Hello all, and welcome to this Friday evening's beer review. Somewhat lazy, I only did a little bit of chores. Um, but, you know, tis what it is. There's, the reason why I didn't do very many chores is the Zulus invaded again. Yes, I am still playing the same game. With these mods, they basically, to play a single, round of the game, takes around, 100 hours total. So, I do indeed love my strategy games. They actually go on longer than some real wars do. Okay, what are we reviewing tonight? Last from the Elysian pumpkin box set, and this is Punkuccino. So, in lieu of reading the back label, I'm going to go and read the extended verbiage on the website. A pumpkin ale with the attitude of a world-weary barista. Punkuccino packs a short shot of Stumptown coffee toddy in your pint with just a shake of cinnamon and nutmeg. Pale brown biscuit, C77 crystal, chocolate, and kiln coffee malts provide the body. German northern brewer lends a touch of bitterness, and lactose sweetens just a touch. 3 pumpkin additions in the mash, kettle, and fermenter. So this is 6.0 ABV, the lightest of the ones from the box set. It's got quite a bit of sediment on the bottom. Not sure why. More than the other ones do. But it doesn't seem to pour out. So, yeah, let's just go and open this up, shall we? I had this one sitting out for about 15 minutes. I'm pouring it into the stout glass, because why wouldn't I? I know I didn't pour the stout into the stout glass, but that's overlooked. Now this one is not as dark as the Dark of the Moon stout. This one, light gets through on the bottom. It's sort of a amber yellow color, amber orange color, where the light goes through, where it gets more and more coppery as you go up until it gets, the light fails to go through. And it has a light brown head. Cinnamon, nutmeg, coffee. Pretty much what it says on the label, folks. So, oddly, getting a little bit more of the hop presence in the nose here than I did with the stout. Probably because the cinnamon is not so overwhelming as it was with the stout. So, so a slightly vegetal and floral hop bouquet. But again, it's mostly the spices and also kind of the coffee there. Of course, the coffee sort of blends with the dark malting. Can't really, well, you sort of can discern the difference. The coffee smell is a little bit sweeter, obviously, from the addition of lactose. But definitely, you know, very evocative of a coffee beverage. If you did a blind on this one, someone would wonder if you would maybe had like a pumpkin spice cold brew, underneath them. Because it's very hard to suss out beer aspects here. Okay, on to the palate now. Big creamy coffee up front. Lactose really makes itself known there in the front. In the finish, while it's not clean, it's surprisingly not lasting either. There's just sort of coffee aftertaste. There, yeah. Coffee aftertaste on the palate, and also sort of coffee breath in the top note. There's sort of a nuttiness and vegetal note that is strongest in the mids, probably from the pumpkin additions, as well as, that characteristic roundness of mouthfeel that I associate with good pumpkin ales. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, that coffee is definitely strongest in the finish. You definitely get that coffee all up in that top note in the finish. It declines in the long finish, but once it's initially, clearing the palate, it's boom up there in that top note. Hot bitterness in the mid to finish kind of blends in with the dark malting bitterness. Yeah, so there's really a coffee aspect to this from start to finish. It's not overwhelming. I would actually say this one's a little bit better balanced with the adjuncts than the Dark of the Moon one, just because the cinnamon was so strong with that. But on the other hand, it is not as complex either. Yeah. Oops. I guess I'll show you it up close since my camera's decided. Of course, my God, the potato. The potato. I put it up close, it wants to go near. I put it up far, it starts getting blurry again. Just can't find a happy medium. That vegetal note clashes slightly as it warms up a little bit, but not egregiously so. Yeah, I mean, I would say this one is more along the lines of if you like coffee stouts, then you would probably enjoy this one. I think it really more relates to like beers that use coffee as an adjunct than, a pumpkin ale. The coffee aspect is so much stronger than the pumpkin, and the spice is more like it it's adding on to the coffee aspect more than the pumpkin. The pumpkin pretty much is just in the mouthfeel and some auxiliary tasting notes that, honestly are only so. They kind of clash a little bit. So, Elysian Brewing, Punkuccino, a coffee pumpkin ale, emphasis on the coffee. And that, folks, is your beer review for this evening. Cheers.